Most of the times it's accurate, but sometimes it's out. So if you want to be able to see a good view in your other windows, you have to make sure you set your panoramic curve. So again, you've got everything up here as well, by just, if you learn these, it's so much easier and quicker. And if you go on top of each button, it tells you what it is. Okay? So I'll set my panoramic curve, I just draw a panoramic curve, and now I can go and lay out my own curve on my teeth or my jaw manually. When you get to the last one, you double click and it gives you a new curve. You can use these squares to move things sideways as well. But if you do your panoramic curve properly and in the right position from the beginning, you don't need to worry about it. Good? Happy with that?
Sorry, can you just go back a bit, please?
So, to do panoramic curve,
So, yeah.
you go to draw panoramic curve. Yeah? Press on that, and then you press one click with your left mouse, and then you do another point, and it starts to stitch everything together. Okay? And then you just carry on to the other side, double click, and that's done. Happy? If no one says anything, I'll take it that you're happy with this. Okay?
When I do that, I've lost the the ID nerve.
So
It's
what
not
you
there.
need to do is probably here. Make sure you, so look at the blue on your,
Mm-hmm.
look at the blue, oh this doesn't, you see the blue line on the top window? So that goes up and down?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. If you're down here and do your panoramic curve there, then you're going to lose anatomy. So you want to be about that height, and then, and if you lose anything, Control Z. Yeah, it's very useful. Control Z takes you back one step. It's a lifesaver. Okay? Now what we're going to do, obviously we got our DICOM, we're going to go to Files. What do we need to do now, guys? What do we need now? Exactly, you need your surface anatomy. So if you go to import STL model. Yeah, got it?
From where? MN1 and then 5.
Import STL model.
From the 5. STL model.
Okay, go to the same destination. Yeah. And then go to go to your
Lower arm.
patient lower arch still. Here you should have patient 2 lower arch. Got it? Yeah?
No.
Sorry, so go to implant case ice cores. Yeah? Just underneath the patient 1, patient 2, there should be a patient 2 lower arch. Yeah? That's your STL file. This, obviously, you save it wherever you want to save it normally, and you pick it up from wherever you saved it. Got it?
Yeah.
Press highlight and press OK. it asks you, is it lower arch, is it maxilla? I just press OK there, and it's doing alignment for you automatically. And like I said, 99% of the cases, if your scan's good, if your STL is good, it's going to give you a very, very good merge. You guys here? Yes?
No, can you just go through the
Mandible?
from that panoramic view?
Hmm?
Yeah, so after
Lower.
panoramic,
Yeah, after that.
then you go to file,
Yes.
and then you go to import STL model. So you bring in your STL file.
Yes.
Yeah? Press that, and then just search it on the folder I gave you. Go to lower arch, and press OK.
No, look not in
Got it? Yeah, and then what you need to do now is to look, to scroll across the views to make sure that the merge, that you're happy with the merge.
هذا لا
So,
لا
Yeah. so then you have
كويس ليش ما طلع عندك بدأنا من البداية
this one is your lower, and it's just importing, okay? And it's going to ask you which arch it is, and it's just going to line them up. Yeah? That's alright. So, happy with the alignment? So I normally, like I said, I normally scroll through here very quickly, okay? I'm
مندل صح؟
moving across the panoramic curve here, and I do spot check. I just do this, follow the arch. If you got gold metallic crowns and porcelain bonded and everything, don't worry too much about it because of the beam hardening and everything. You know, you're not going to get the accuracy. Check the accuracy there. It's not the right position, so always find just natural teeth. Yeah. Yeah. I think I'm pretty happy with this. Done a good job. Okay. Now I'm going to go to virtual tooth and add a tooth. Where do I do that? Now, let me show you some tips on how to get rid of extra information. Have you got the surface? Have you got anything on your right hand side here? No. So go to panels here. You can. I want you to press on implant list. I want you to press on guide fabrication. And I want you to press on surfaces. These three. Okay? So surfaces, implant list, and guide panel. Yeah? Don't worry about the rest. Surfaces.
Where the guide panel?
So it should be on your right. And if you go to panels, panels up here, you got it now?
Yeah. I've got the surfaces.
So surfaces,
Surfaces.
and then you've got implant list and guide fabrication. Okay? Now everything is color coded, so you can see that your STL is in green, and that's what you see here. We're always going to keep that. Always keep that. However, this is no use. It's just distraction. Now that I've got my alignment, I get rid of this, and these are the buttons to make it visible or to make it go away. Okay? Easy. So I'll get rid of that. I'll go to the top right corner. I maximize this window. And then I'll go to virtual tooth and add a tooth. Yeah? Add a tooth. Gives you a list. Large, medium, doesn't matter. Pick whatever you want. Replacing an implant on the lower left 6. Alright? Lower left 6.
Mark, can you just go back a step, please?
Yes.
Just lost us there.
So once you've got, have you got this?
No.
Before that. Just
Right.
before
So before that,
Yeah.
have you got rid of the big Dicom?
that. So, yeah.
So look here.
Yeah.
I'm just getting rid of the X-ray there, the 3D X-ray. That's it. That's all I'm doing.
Okay.
By pressing.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now you got the green there, yeah.
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 You maximize that window so you can work on it.
Oh, that's what
And what do you want to do?
Yeah.
Remember PDIP.
When
We
surface
start with
or
our tooth
surface,
first. You go up to the top. You pick your
that
virtual
and
tooth.
balance. Yeah, balance. Increase the surface.
Virtual tooth.
Add a tooth.
Okay. Increase the implant.
Pick your tooth, whatever
Panel,
tooth you're
panel.
replacing. Press OK.
Implant list. Four.
Gives you this.
Increase the
Cross.
dental panel. What I think. Diamond fabrication. Have I
Yeah.
diamond fabrication?
Click in your position.
شوف السرفيس
It drops you a tooth there.
المفروض تكون عندك
Okay?
السرفيس بيس هي هلا بيس
If you hover
okay.
over the tooth, you got arrows to pull it sideways
هلا صار
or back and forth. You got arrows to go,
اوكي هلا بتفوت
buccal lingual,
implant list
and then you got the balls here
هون في
to change the size
implant
in that direction.
او كراون
Yeah?
شوف
So you've got all the 3D directions. Arrow pulls, moves, and the ball changes the size. Easy. You don't need to go crazy on this. All you want to do is to place it. You definitely don't need to worry about your contact points. Okay? I'm using the arrows on my keyboard as well. Left or right, up and down, look. So it's easy to just navigate and move the tooth wherever you want it to be, okay? You see that? So use the keyboard as well, but you can use all this as well. Alright? Just roughly, I think I'm happy with that. I would probably want it to be slightly wider, and I would probably do it slightly wider in that direction. Happy with this? Again, just roughly. Okay? Yes? And then I want you to right click on the tooth. Go to align new implant. Yes?
Yes.
Gives you a list of implants. So depending on what system you're using, we're using Sweden or Martina. It's a Prama implant we're using, so don't worry about this. Obviously, this will be dictated by the kit you're going to be using. But let's place an 8.5 implant. Yeah? Make sure it's mandible. I've selected my implant. Make sure it's mandible. Okay. This is going to line it up with your crown. Okay? Yeah? Look at that. You got an implant there now. Yes? It's lined up with your crown. Everybody following? We're done with this view now. I'll place my tooth, I'll place my implant. I'm happy with this so far. I come out from this window. Yes?
Isn't that kind of klein?
On your panoramic,
Klein.
well,
Alleen
easy
maar
actually.
wat dacht
If
aan
you
hoe
go
dat
to
is,
your
ja.
implant list, on your right hand side, do you remember the panels?
Oké.
Go to your
Dat is
implant
allemaal
list.
goed.
There is an implant there now. Got it? Press on the implant. It will line all the windows to your implants then. Yes? Now, I'm going to work in this window, guys. Now I'm working in this window. So I use this window for restoration and adding my implant because that needs to be in relation to your surface anatomy. Now I want to use my information from my DICOM. Okay? Now, if I go up and down on this, look at this green triangle here. What's going to happen if I go up and down? Nothing. Yeah, look at that. So, look at this. I'm walking around the tooth in 360 degrees, and you want it to position it there. Okay, so you got a cross section of your anatomy. Yeah. We got a very slight indentation lingually. You got the nerve there. You got your implant there. Are you happy with it? If you are, great. If you're not, same as with the tooth. Press and hold, and then you can move the implant to whatever direction or whatever position you want. So I'm not happy with it, so I'm going to move my implant more there. Okay. I'm going to change the angulation. I'm just showing you the features. I'm not planning anything really, but you see, I want you to understand, right? So change your angulation, and I'm doing that in relation to the red. What's the red? It's my tooth. So I've got my tooth in my head, not the implant. So my implant might end up looking like this because I wanted the trajectory of the implant to go through my tooth. Yeah? Once I'm happy here, let's take a walk around it. What does it look like in relation to the other teeth? Maybe I should move it more to the middle here. But now, it's not following my tooth. So let's rotate a bit here. That looks a bit better. Yeah? Yeah? Or I haven't got enough vertical thickness. I want to place my implant subgingival. I need 1 more millimeter for my tissue. Let's drop it down by 1 more. Yeah, so you're in control of everything all the time. This is the time to think about all that. Okay? And then again, I'll go back to my cross-sectional. Has anything changed? No, looking good. Go back to this. Is it good? I'll look at the adjacent teeth. I'll look at all the roots. I'll check my nerve. Have I got enough distance from the nerve? All good. If I want to measure, look at the ruler just at the top. Have you got it there? Yes? Press the ruler. Start wherever you want to measure from. Press once. Go down to the nerve. Gives you a measurement. Yes? I'm happy with that. Let's go back to this view. Just want to measure the distance on my implant, and we've got a lot of space here, but I want to check that. Yeah? Yeah? Let's
There's
check.
one lovely phone.
Let's check. And once you get the measurements, if you right click on the millimeter number it's giving you, right click on it. Sorry, you need to come out from the ruler and then right click and you can delete them. There, remove. Okay? Remove. Okay? If you want to use here, many times I'll just do for window. Again, I'll walk through everything. Yes? If I want to measure the distance from the tip of my implant to the top of this tissue, 3 mil. That's where I would place my implant. Because then I'm going to get 3 mil soft tissue on it, which is the recommended guidelines. Yeah? So again, you're in control of everything. And that's my planning done, guys. That's it. Yes, there's loads of buttons there. But on a day-to-day, it's like using your Word document or any other software. You're using 10%, 15% of it all the time. That's it. That's the planning done. Based on your future tooth. Simple. I'm not expecting now for you to master this, obviously. You need to practice. Beauty with this, you got it free of charge on your computers. Play around, practice. There's loads of YouTube videos as well, by the way.
How do you save your plan?
Yeah, okay. So, this is all saving all the time. It's got autosave. But you go to, like any other software, go up to File and Save Project. Okay, well, sorry. Yeah, the first one you need to save. The first one you need to save. It has actually crashed on me and I'll go back and it's actually got it. So it does autosave. Okay? Happy with the planning? Now we're going to go to...
Just a quick question.
Yes.
On the drop down menu, I didn't see MegaGen. Will it only do strictly guide?
Should be. If they have, which I know MegaGen has, right?
I didn't,
So, you mean here?
do you know when you first put them? When you
That's
had
where you go first, yeah.
It didn't show MegaGen because I had a look the other night. So
Oh, really? That's strange.
it didn't look like they're only guided kits. Were in that
To be
case.
honest, I started using Osteocare initially. Anyone knows Osteocare? It's an English brand company, and they were not on the list. And I asked them, it's on the list now. So MegaGen is a big company, though. I'm surprised if it's not.
It isn't that.
Pull the list down and see.
Magazine of Julian.
R2Gate, yeah, they got their own software. Maybe that's why. Okay, guys. So now I'm going to. Once I'm happy with the planning, this is important. Okay, you want to show you. So you go to this view. Okay, you can turn off your tooth here. Look, I'm going to turn it off. Yeah, I'll turn off my tooth, just to see what's happening with the implant. You have to make sure that that the guide tube is tipped. You want to see the guide tube on your model. Okay? And then what I normally do is I lock it in. So now I can't move that implant by mistake, which has happened. Yeah? I lock it, implant locked in position. I'll go to my guide panel. Now I want to create a guide. I'm happy with the placement, everything. Yes? And I want to create a guide. You go to draw curve. So the panels here, I explain the panels, it's very easy access to different parts of the different features. So if you go to surfaces, you can manipulate, turn off, turn on the different surfaces and layers that you are using. If you go to the implant list, if you got 10 implants, you're going to have a list of your implants here. Okay? If you want to replace an implant, you go to replace here, choose another implant. Okay? That's your implant list panel. If you go to guide panel, you got everything you need to create a guide. So it's very easily set up. Here, we want to make a guide. It's the lower arch, draw curve. Press draw curve. And then, obviously, you want support on either side of the implant sites. I start from the back here. Press and hold shift. You get a cross. Yeah? You need to keep the shift button down the whole time. And then you press the left button on your mouse and it puts a circle down for you. Just that. Press once, it puts a dot down. You move to the next place, next tooth. Make sure you don't go underneath, undercuts. Just keep to the buccal surface, do another dot. Here, I want it to rest on the soft tissue. Here, I'll go back to the teeth. And I'm going to extend it, say to here. There's nothing right or wrong, okay? You can say longer if you want. You don't want to go too long though. And I'm just following the teeth on the buccal and lingual surfaces, and then here I extend it across the soft tissue and then go back to where I was. Okay, and now go to the back, the first circle, press there twice, and then that's it. It's done it for you. Here, you can still change the outline as you wish, okay? So you don't need to be too fussy when you're laying out these. If there is any problems, you can move these still to whatever you want them to be. Okay? So that's the outline of our guide. Now, I want a verification window every single time. If you go around the incisal edge of the teeth here, right click, add window. It gives you cube, same as you did with the teeth or with the implant. Move it sideways, up or down, make it larger in any direction you want. Yeah, but I normally tend to keep it maybe around this size. All I want is to be able to see few teeth so I can ensure that my guide is fully seated. Yes? So I normally put it around this height. Yeah? Maybe slightly wider. Fine. Happy? That's it. Create surgical guide. Press on create surgical guide. And what you're going to see once it's done the surgical guide for you, again it's all color coded. You can change the colors to whatever you want. I'll be sticking to the same colors because then your brain knows exactly what color is what. Well, once it's done it, there you go. If you go to surfaces now, you can see there's another surface added, which is the guide. We can take the guide away if you don't want to. What we're going to do instead is that we're going to get rid of the green so that we can look at our guide. Look at that, we've got our verification window. Yes, should I have gone through a bit more so it's fully open? But that's your surgical guide done. Yeah? What I always used to do, or used to do, what I do now quite a lot because it's all adding up, is that I put patient's name on it as well. Yeah? So here you can put any text you want. Yeah? And then you go here to move your image. So I grab my image and move it to where the name is.
مظبوط هيك اسمه. لا. بدون
Zoom in a bit.
Z O U R.
And you can emboss or engrave,
Z
apply label.
U R.
Because trust me, when you've got a drawer full of guides, it's easy to lose them. So this I do routinely as well, and it's a good tip. Because you can always find the guide very easily. Go back, it says on it. So there you go.
Save surgical.
That's your guide done.
هاي اللي انت
Okay, and then once you finish, then you go to file. Same way that you imported an STL file, you go to file again. This time you're going to export data. Export. Now, it gives you all the option. I can export the STL file of the surface anatomy if I want to. I don't want to. You can export the nerves. Don't want any of that, so I untick everything. I don't want to export the position of the implant. I purely want to export the guide with my window. Color coding helps. I know it looks blue, it's blue here. Export here. Okay? This is where it's going to ask you where to export it to. Yes? And this is where you start to pay money. So do you see I've got 51 remaining exports here? It's going to take one export fee of you. That's the only time you pay £18-20. Whether you've got one implant, whether you've got 10 implants on the guide.
Is it an export per case?
Yeah.
So you could export twice. If you modify that guide, we try and charge you again.
So export is export per right. So it's export per case.
So if it didn't fit and you modified it, you wouldn't charge you twice.
No. Well, you know the case I used 2 guides, 2 supported and tissue supported, 1 charge.
And what is that charge? What is the charge?
£18-20. Depends on the bundle you buy. So if you buy 100 cases in one go, it drops down to £18.
Your 3D print's like 50p worth of resin, isn't it?
Do you know, guys?
That's why those other guys.
So easy. And you saw how easy. And this is what I do 90% of cases. It doesn't need to be more complicated than this. Why do you want to pay £2,000-3,000 to buy software to do this for you when you can do it free of charge here? And like I said, yes, it's got lots of features. And if you go to advanced here, look, you're going to have a lot more features. But you don't need to worry about that initially. Get yourself started. Start with simple cases like we just did. Just familiarize yourself with the whole workflow as I described today. Make a start.
Can I just ask, just going back to the ID method, did you just plot it automatically?
No, it did it automatically as we downloaded the CT scan.
And it's always accurate every time?
Always accurate.
Yeah.
Always. But, again, you can't miss it. You can't miss it here. Look, if I take that nerve out, here, play around with these. You can hide everything as you wish. Look, you can see the nerve there.
Will it let you export the CT scan as a 3D model as well?
Export the CT scan. Oh, the DICOM.
Yeah. That's a surface.
So the surface you can. You mean this? Your STL file.
If you select
Yeah,
the
STL
CT
file.
surface, if you select CT surface, visible.
This one.
And if you go to export now,
Let's do it. I never had to do it.
so you can export the CT, make a 3D model of someone's jaw, couldn't you, to show them what the role looks like as a demo?
Why don't you want to do that?
Just out of interest to see what
Yeah,
it looks like.
yeah. Must be a way. I can't see it here though. It's giving you. Oh yeah, hold on. Here you go.
Yes,
CT surfaces.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you need to untick this, untick this, untick this, and you just export this. So yes, you can.
Do some interesting things with that.
Like I said, it's very comprehensive. It's got ortho modules and you know you can use it as a CAD software as well. So it replaces your in-lab software or ExoCAD software. It's really powerful software. But again, use whatever you want to use it from.
So I was at home the other night and I downloaded it. When I looked at a YouTube video, the alignments, I don't know if it was an older version.
Older version probably.
Put spheres on teeth on the CT in your model and it used
That
it
was ages ago. When I started, that's how we used to do it.
No, it's just all.
It was time consuming. But that's what I'm saying to you guys.